For 31 years, a serial killer called BTK terrorized Wichita, Kansas. He killed 10 people. He sent letters to the police taunting them. He was never caught. He stopped killing in 1991 and simply disappeared. Then in 2004, he started sending letters again. In one letter, he asked detectives a direct question. If he sent them a floppy disk, could they trace it back to him? The police department replied through a coded message in the local newspaper. No, a floppy disk cannot be traced. He sent the disk. They traced it in 11 minutes. The metadata on the disk contained one deleted Word document. The document's properties listed the last person to modify it. His name was Dennis. It pointed to a church in Wichita. The church's president was Dennis Rader. Between 1974 and 1991, someone in Wichita killed 10 people and sent letters, packages, and coded messages to police and newspapers. He called himself BTK, bind, torture, kill. He described in clinical detail what he did to his victims. He asked the media to give him a name. He threatened to kill again. He seemed to enjoy the attention. Then he stopped. For 13 years, nothing. The investigators who had worked the BTK case for years quietly believed he was dead. They were wrong. The return. In 2004, a package arrived at a local television station. Inside, a photocopy of the driver's license of a woman named Vicki Wedrell, murdered in 1986. Crime scene photos, a note claiming credit. The BTK killer was back. Over the following months, he sent multiple letters and packages to TV stations, to newspapers, to police. He was clearly enjoying the attention and enjoying the fact that nobody could find him. He also appeared to be growing bolder and possibly more careless. The floppy disk. On February 16, 2005, a cereal box was found near a road in Wichita. Inside, another BTK communication and a question. He asked whether a floppy disk, if he sent one, could be forensically traced back to him. The Wichita Police Department and FBI investigators knew exactly what this meant. He was considering sending a disk. He was asking if it was safe. They placed a coded response in the local Wichita Eagle newspaper. A floppy disk would not be able to be used to identify a person. This was not true. They knew it was not true. On February 25, 2005, a purple floppy disk arrived in a package addressed to a Wichita television station. It was labeled BTK with a smiley face. Investigators plugged it in and began examining the metadata. They found a deleted Word document. The document's metadata listed: last modified by Dennis. Saved from Christ Lutheran Church. A search of Christ Lutheran Church's website found that the church's congregation president was Dennis Rader. His name, his church, and his position had been on a public website the entire time. The arrest. On February 25, 2005, the same day the disk was received, investigators began surveillance on Dennis Rader. They ran DNA from evidence at the crime scenes against Dennis Rader's daughter's pap smear, which was on file at a state lab. It matched. On February 26, 2005, 11 days after the disk arrived, Dennis Rader was arrested while driving his truck in Wichita. Who Dennis Rader was? Dennis Rader was 60 years old at the time of his arrest. He was a church president, a licensed compliance officer who inspected homes for code violations, a Boy Scout troop leader. He had a wife of 34 years, 2 adult children. He had been killing since 1974 and leading a completely functional, respected community life in between. He pleaded guilty to all 10 murders. He was sentenced to 10 consecutive life terms. Kansas did not have the death penalty at the time. During his sentencing, he described each murder in methodical, detached detail. What he had planned, what had gone wrong, what he had enjoyed. His wife filed for divorce the day after his arrest. She later said she had no indication of any of it. The floppy disk. Dennis Rader gave interviews after his conviction. In one, he was asked why he sent the disk after asking directly whether it could be traced, and then being told it couldn't. He said he trusted the police. 31 years, 10 murders, letters taunting police. Then he asks the single question that could catch him, gets told it's safe, and sends the disk anyway. He trusted the police, they lied to him, and it worked. Subscribe to WhisprFrame. The BTK case never stops being wild, no matter how many times I come back to it.